What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Brown House Experience. My name is Donnell Brown, and I'm chilling with my beautiful co-host, Tia Brown. And you are watching Pat TV on Can TV. We can't forget the other half of our team in the back, and Nicole Scott and Trey Brown holding it down on the ones and twos. If at any time you want to chime in and watch us online, you can do so at www.cantv.com/hotline. Or you can just check us out and call in at 312-738-1060. All right, let's go ahead and get it into the show. I'm going to go ahead and turn it over to my beautiful co-host, Tia Brown. Go ahead.
First, I hope you all enjoyed that video. That was from our Urban Engineering Night. That was earlier this year. Hands-on event, free community event at the Kelly Hall YMCA. Again, they allowed us to use their building, no problems at all. We had a great time, had a lot of people to come out. So we have quite a few videos like that on our YouTube channel. So check that out at the Brown House Experience. So today we have a fun-filled day. We have a talk with teens. We are going to talk with some teens about the problems that they face, how violence affects them, how the school system, they feel the school system is doing to address the violence.
Much needed.
What parents can do to help them reach these goals and everything that they're trying to reach. So we're going to hear from them today. Instead of us telling them what should be done, we want to hear what they think should be done.
Straight from the horse's mouth.
So we have a couple of people here. We actually have 5 students here today, which is so very cool.
And this is our youth, you guys. So this is exactly who we want to hear from. Us as adults, sometimes we kind of start getting, selfish about things that we're thinking about. And, from an adult standpoint, we kind of think we know what's going on. Well, we want to kind of chime into a teen life today and kind of give you guys an insight on what a teen is thinking so we can better help our youth in these situations.
All right, first we have coming up to our stage our 2 young ladies. We have Chardonay and Kylie joining us first to tell us a little bit about the female point of view. Thanks for joining us, Chardonay and Kylie. How are you all this evening?
I'm good.
Good. Don't be nervous. It's all right. So I'm going to allow them to introduce themselves, and I want you all to add, how has violence affected you so far? You all are young, but I know you all have some stories. So how has violence affected you? And give us a little brief background about yourself.
My name is Kylie. I am 15. I go to Lindblom Math and Science Academy. I'm in 10th grade, and I'm an entrepreneur, a fashion designer, and I'm an athlete.
My name is Chardonay. I am a student at CCA Academy. This is my 11th year. Well,
yes,
kinda.
You're right.
I do play ball. And yeah.
All right. How has violence affected you? Kylie, you can start off.
Okay. It makes me self-conscious of where I am, so I don't trust everybody that's around me. I've been in a plethora of shootouts and seen multiple people getting shot, and I just don't trust my surroundings around anybody. I need to know you to trust you. If I don't know you, then I'm not going to trust you.
That's understandable. Chardonay, how has violence affected you?
It took a big impact on me because I was once violent before. I used to fight. The impact that it hit me because I used to go to jail for fighting and stuff like that. I seen my friends get shot in front of me and things like that.
So did that make you slow down?
Yes, it really did. I don't go outside like I used to. I don't fight anymore.
And all of that was based on your maturing, or a combination of you maturing and seeing things that you didn't want to get involved in your community?
I can say it became from my maturity and the things that I witnessed, like on the outside, and how it was impacting me on my future.
Oh, that's a good one. All right, Chardonay. So we'll move into the questions. For Kylie, I have a good one for her. In your opinion, what role do parents play in the problems teens currently face? So, as you all know, this is my daughter. So I am open to whatever she has to say. We have an open door policy. So I am okay with her giving me insights on how I could better become a parent. And that's what I think we should do. Every parent should be open to listening to our kids. So Kylie, what do you think parents can do to try to address these problems that students are facing?
Well, some parents aren't in the right mindset to take care of the children. So, like, say for instance, if they're out, selling drugs or just leaving their kids out with anybody else, like just dropping them off with their grandmother or somebody else, and they're not bonding with them, that child won't be able to like lay their head on their shoulder and we're crying, or be able to have that bond with them that they should have with their parents, or just if the parents are in the life in general. That could also partake in how they act in the real world. So if they see you out doing whatever you want and not caring about what nobody says, they're going to think that that's okay and that they can do whatever they want, and which is going to end them up in either jail or dead, sadly. And
Okay, Chardonay, I have one for you. What role do you think? Do you feel like the schools are helping or are they hurting the kids?
I necessarily don't think neither one, because if you look at it, kids still going to be kids. When they go to school, they go to school, but at the same time, school do end at certain points. So when the school ends, the kids still want to do what they want to do once they leave. I do feel kind of a school is like trying to help a little bit, like the after school programs that the school is trying to do, but it's still not going to stop the children from doing what they're doing on a regular basis.
Okay. So do you all feel like the violence in Chicago is out of control?
Yes.
Out of control?
Out of control.
So when you all become adults, do you all plan to stay in Chicago to live? That's a deep one right there. That's a deep one. Why not?
I want to see other places and I don't want to stay here. I've been here for 15 years.
So not necessarily because of the violence, just more because you want to see new things.
And the violence too.
Okay, what about you, Chardonay?
I feel that now that I have a 1-year-old son, I fear for him growing up around the negativity, the guns, the drug dealing, and things like that. Him not being able to go into a regular school without like getting into an incident with somebody or somebody jumping on him or something like that.
That's a good point, Chardonay. That is a good point. Well, thank you, ladies. We are not done with the ladies. They are going to come back and join us for a game. But we want to move into our neighbor to know, which is an awesome young man. He is a student at Curie High School. He is also a very, very strong member of the community. He helps out at the Kelly Hall YMCA all the time. So we are going to get Trey Hamilton here on the stage with us so we can welcome him. He is our neighbor to know. Welcome, Trey. How are you?
I'm doing good. How you doing?
I am fine. So instead of us reading what we have for you, I want you to tell the audience a little bit about yourself, background, how you help the community, what makes you so special, because you are special. That's why he's here.
Thank you.
What makes you so special?
Well, first off, my name is Trevon Hamilton, and I go to Curie High School. I'm on the basketball team and also on the honor roll there. But most of the time, I spend my time helping at Kelly Hall, like you said. One thing I do is like help mentor the younger children when I get there. But Miss Carmenisa, the one y'all interviewed last week, she also like seen something big in me. So we had like a future leaders luncheon where we were trying to help get money to raise funds for the YMCA. And I ended up going there giving a speech and helping raising over like $80,000.
$80,000 from his
Something like
speech.
that. Yeah.
Yes. How do you help the children there?
First thing I do when I get there, like, I have homework time. So, like, I'm good, in school. So I always help them with their academics first before we do anything else.
So you're like a role model.
Yeah.
You have your grades on point. You're on the basketball team. You said point guard?
Yes.
Point guard on the basketball team at Curie. And he still finds the time to to go and help the youth. That is dope in so many ways. Do you have anything to add, or do you have anything coming up? Kelly Hall YMCA, anything that you all have coming up?
Well, this Friday we having a Halloween event, so you know, if you want to come out and have fun, I guess that's the place to be. So.
Will you be there?
Yes, I will be there.
So if you would like to meet Trey and find out more about him and the Kelly Hall YMCA, feel free to join them this Friday. Would you happen to know what time?
No,
We'll have it on our website this evening. We will have it on our website. We have one caller. Caller, you can come in.
I'm out west. How you doing?
I'm fine. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. Hey, I'm one of them subscribers, and I just want to say that Brown House Experience, y'all the dope. Y'all so dope.
Thank you. Thank you. Do you have any comments or questions for our neighbor to know, Trey?
As a matter of fact, yeah. Okay, Trey, how old are you?
I'm 17 years old.
17?
Yes.
You say you go to Cary?
Yeah, I go to Curie.
Oh, okay, man. I just want you to know and keep it up, man. Keep up with the work, keep up with school and everything. Keep it up.
Thank you. I will.
Thank you, caller. And again, if anyone else has any questions or comments, you can call us at 312-738-1060. I want to thank you, Trey, for coming on. I really do appreciate you. He switched it up with our neighbor to know. Instead of sending a picture and video, he came and showed up himself, so that's even better. And again, if you want to check out Trey, visit them at the YMCA, the Kelly Hall YMCA, this Friday for their Halloween event, and you will be able to check them out and meet them. Thank you again, Trey, and I'm going to show you all one more time his neighbor to know, and this is Trey Hamilton. Next, we're moving on. Now we have our next set of guests, and we have another caller. Caller, you can come in.
Nicole put me on hold.
Hello, caller. We can hear you.
Hi, I have a question for Trey.
Oh, Trey. Well, can you run back over here, Trey?
Oh, yeah.
Is it live? Are we live?
Yes, it's live. Yes, Trey's here. He can hear you.
Hi, Trey. How are you?
Hey, I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm good. Trey, what grade you in at Curie?
I'm a senior now at Curie.
You're a senior. And what are your future goals once you graduate from Curie High School?
Well, my future goal is to first probably go into something like business. But my ultimate goal is to always come back and help. So, like, the city is my main priority, to be honest.
Oh, that's awesome. Trey, also, I hear that, paying attention to the video, that you participate at Kelly Hall YMCA with the youth.
Yes, I do.
I just want to say that is an awesome job that you are doing, and you continue to do what you do and always lend a helping hand. Keep up the good work, Trey, okay?
Yes, I appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank
You're
you,
welcome.
caller.
All right, have a good one.
Okay,
right.
thank you.
Bye-bye.
Alrighty, so now we're moving on to our next section. We have two fellas from Chicago Hope football team. We have, I'm going to allow them to introduce themselves. And also, you all have a similar question. How has violence affected you?
I'm Trevor Land, class of 2020. I go to Chicago Hope Academy. I play football, and that's it, really.
Treville Hilton, class of 2020 also. Go to Chicago Hope Academy. You want to go straight into the question?
Yes.
I'll start off. Violence hasn't really affected me directly, but it has affected those around me. And those around me care. I care about those people around me. Like my brother Trevor here. Like, violence has affected his life, and like I really care about him. So like, it affects me and the way I look at things around Chicago. And I want to see it change, but if like people aren't willing to change, then you can't force people to change. And that's a thing with our youth today. And then just touch on more of that.
Okay, that was a good start, Treville. That was a good start. Trevor, how has violence affected you?
Violence has affected me personally, by the death of my brother recently. and that really just changed my outlook on how I see people and see things. I don't really like trust people as much as I used to, and I just like be aware of my surroundings more.
And that's understandable. That's understandable. Next, we have the question. Oh, your two questions. What can teens do to help themselves? So, yes, we know a whole bunch of stuff that parents can do. What can you all do to help yourselves to take the initiative to change the things that's going on?
I feel like we should try to take a different approach, not just always resorting to violence. Try to act like in a non-violent way. Try to find mentors that'll help you. Try not to do everything by yourself. Seek help instead of try to do things yourself. Because when you do things yourself, like, you tend to like go down the wrong path, thinking that you know it all, and that's what our youth tend to think, that we know it all. And like, I feel like youth try to grow up like in this like materialistic world, and that's what's ruining us today, because it's all about the money and the fashion and like what type of music you listen to, stuff like that. And that's ultimately like not really important. It's about building our community together, and like ultimately we have like we are one, and until we become one, Chicago will remain the way it is.
That was very good, Treville. Very good. Trevor, I know it's hard to follow up behind that one, but you were saved by a caller, Trevor. We have one caller. The caller left. Oh, Trevor is back to it. So, Trevor, how can you add to that? What do you think teens or parents, you could put it on the parents or the community members, what do you think needs to be more in place to help you all get on a straight path and stay on the straight path?
I mean, in my opinion, I really think we should have like more mentors, and it is people that do try to mentor us. It's just us as the youth, we really don't like. I say we hard headed.
That's it. You can put it like it is and say it like it is.
We don't really try to open up and like expand our mind and try new stuff and like talk to new people.
Oh, that's a good point. I thank you so very much, fellas. You all hit the nail on the head, and it went really well. We have a quick game with them because, of course, we had to do something fun with them. It's only normal. So we have a game where we're going to do teams. Treville and Kylie are going to work as a team, and we're going to have Trevor and Chardonay work as a team, and they have a fine motor skills game. Can you pass me the cups, please? So, with the game, thank you, sir. They have the same amount of cups. They're supposed to get the different color cup to the bottom or back to the top. And then once they get that one back to the top and they have to switch hands, they trade it, pass it to their team member, and we'll see who wins. Comprende?
Yeah.
All righty. Let's see these football hands. Ladies, you ready? All righty. And we're getting ready to start, fellas. Go. Alternate hands. Good job. Look at those fine motor skills. This is something that you can do at home with your kids also. It helps them with those fine motor skills, being able to move those hands the way they're supposed to. All right, pass it. Now it's the ladies. Let's see who's gonna win. Oh, wait, I think Chardonay. Wait, who is it? Chardonay got you because you dropped it. Good job, you all. Thank you so much for coming on with us today. We will have you all back, so get ready. When we have our youth takeover, we are going to invite you all back, and that way you all will run the show. So thank you very much for coming and joining us. And we are going to transition into our AK corner. And again, we are thanking Chardonay, Trevor, Treville, and Kylie for joining us on our show today. thank you again for participating in our game. Now we are moving right into the AK corner.
All right, so we have a lot of information we probably won't be able to get through because we had such a great section with our teen talk in the building. So I'm gonna go ahead and just shoot through these real quick. So first we're gonna start with our Athletic Connection video, our viewer's choice top mid-season highlight of the year so far.
House experience,
You ready?
Yes, we'll go ahead and play that now.
and you are watching the AK corner.
All right, next play here. In the backfield. Oh my God, this man is a pinball, just bouncing off defenders left and right. Get to that touchdown. It's over. We're gonna run that play back for you guys. We're gonna run that play right back for you guys. We're gonna run that play right back for you guys. Listen. And he's gone for the touchdown for 6.
All right, that was our viewer's choice top mid-season highlight of the year, voted by none other than you guys online. It was C. That was running back Brandon Smith out of Proviso West, class of 2020. He is actually one of our AK 1000 club members with 169 carries, 1,078 yards, and 11 rushing TDs on the season. He averaged out at 6.38 yards a carry and 120 yards per game, and that is a heck of a season by Mr. Brandon Smith. We also have 2 more AK 1000 lists now, members, but the AK 1000 list is a list of athletes that have achieved the greatness of 1,000 passing yards, 1,000 rushing yards, 1,000 receiving yards, or 1,000 all-purpose yards. And we do have 3 of those guys today, and our first was Brandon Smith. Our second guy is Tavion Lake with 127 rushes and 1,231 rushing yards, and he has a whopping 16 touchdowns on the year. That is our second AK list member, and our third AK list member is actually in the building as we speak. It is Trevor Land for Chicago Hope, and this guy has had an astounding season. And totaling over 2,000 all-purpose yards with 1,000 rushing yards and 1,000 passing yards and totaling 32 touchdowns. We just had in the building our conference MVP for the Chicago Catholic League Red Division, Tony Lawless, conference MVP, and it was Trevor Land. So that rounds out our 3 AK 1000 list members for the evening. The next thing that we want to get into is shining some light on some playoff football teams that we have throughout our Chicagoland. We have 27 teams that have made the playoffs in the Chicagoland. That is great. I want to clap it up for the city of Chicago and our athletes, sending them to the IHSA playoffs. And 11 of those 27 teams were conference champions. Let me go ahead and name those. Willowbrook out of the West Suburban Gold, Oak Park out of the West Suburban Silver, Simeon out of the Redbird, Phillips for the Land of Lincoln, Peyton out of the Prairie State. We have Hyde Park out of the Big Shoulders, Urban Prep Bronzeville out of the Heartland, Clemente out of the Second City, Dunbar for the Great Lakes, Hope Academy for the CCL Red, and Orr for the Windy City. Those are your conference champions. And I also want to shine light on some of our youth programs that we have headed to the playoffs, and our Windy City Dolphins 14U to finish with an undefeated season, and as well as our Hillside Hurricanes 14U. Both of teams are undefeated and are heading to the playoffs, and they are actually some of the top 20 teams in the nation for 14U. Yes, Chicago ball, and we're out here. The city of Chicago football is on the rise. So the next thing I want to get to is our last video and shining light on our 2 seniors that we have, and this is our next video that we're about to play.
Is it The Journey?
No.
What's the name?
Well, I'll go ahead and talk about those 2 athletes. It is Avante Mcclinton out of Curie. So we have another Curie guy in the building right now. He has 76 tackles on the year, 10 of those for a loss, 3 forced fumbles and 2 interceptions, and he did all of that while carrying a 3.0 GPA. Avante Mcclinton is a 3-time AK Elite 8 linebacker MVP for Athletic Connection, and we wanted to make sure that he gets his due. He also came up with a program called the Long Live Chris program. It is a 7-on-7 league that is designed around Thanksgiving for a fallen comrade of his that was gunned down in gun violence. So we want to make sure that we shine light on that. And that is our Athletic Connection Corner for today.
Thank you very much. Now we are moving very quickly into our knowledge corner, and this will go really fast, but we wanted to drop some gems on you because something very important happened this year on this day, or happened years ago on this day in Chicago, that we feel like it needs to be touched on. So we are welcoming Nicole to the stage.
Hi, welcome to the Knowledge Corner. My name is Nicole Scott, and you're watching the Brown House Experience presents Pat TV on Can TV. On this day in history, October the 22nd, 1963, the Chicago Public Schools boycott, also known as Freedom Day, was a mass boycott and demonstration against the segregationist policies of Chicago Public Schools. More than 200,000 students stayed out of school, and tens of thousands of Chicagoans joined in the protests that culminated in the march to the office of the Chicago Board of Education. Although Brown versus Board of Education prohibited racial segregation in schools, in 1963, Chicago public schools continued to be segregated because of residential segregation. This was exacerbated by the migration of more black Americans from the southern United States to Chicago during the Jim Crow eras. School boundary lines were drawn specifically to preserve racial segregation, even as predominantly black schools grew overcrowded. Classes were held in hallways, and there were not enough books for all the students. Some schools held double shifts, meaning students attended less than a full day of school, rather than send black students to unpopulated white schools. CPS Superintendent Benjamin Willis instituted the use of mobile classrooms. 625 aluminum trailers parked in the parking lots and playgrounds of overcrowded schools. Rosie Simpson of Englewood, Chicago, coined the term Willis wagons to describe the mobile classrooms. At one high school, these trailers were used to maintain segregation within the schools. Black students' classes were held in Willis wagons, while white students went to school in the classes. And that is our Knowledge Corner information for this week.
Thank you all for joining us. This was our fourth show. This is our fourth show. We are delighted that we were able to welcome five teams. We had an extra team come in, Trey Hamilton. 5 teams today to give us a little bit more insight onto what they're thinking. Any more?
Thank you for watching.
Yes.
Tune in next week, 7:30. Have another great show for you.
All right.